think all of us know that we're experiencing a crisis at our southern border. I think to pretend or to look at this and not just see the common sense reality is, as New York City Mayor said, our compassion in this nation is limitless, but our resources are not. And we're running $2 trillion deficits. And I'm astounded that the answer from some is they believe, well, let's just give New York City and these high population centers more money. From where? From where? Because the entire discretionary budget right now for the federal government is $1.7 trillion. If you look at last year, $1.7 trillion was our entire 12 appropriation bill number. What was our deficit last year? $1.7 trillion. 100% of everything that we're spending money on, absent the mandatory side of Medicare and Social Security and Medicaid and food stamps, on the mandatory side, 100% of everything we talk about up here, let's give them more money, is borrowed money from our kids and our grandkids. And really what we're saying is we're going to give you something that's going to come from our children. We're going to lower their standard of living. Mr. Blakeman, let me ask you a question, because I'm going off my notes here because I'm astounded. Can illegal immigrants in New York vote?
In New York City, I believe they passed a law. Luckily, we don't have that law in Nassau County, but in the city council and mayoral races, I believe illegal aliens recently have been given the right to vote.
Let me follow up with that. So if you are of the persuasion we need more of them, and they're aligned with your politics, let's say on the Democrat side, is it to your benefit if you live in those areas where illegals are casting their vote for you? Politically, is it to your benefit to have these ideologies of just allow more to come in regardless of the cost?
Well, absolutely not. And I think it's always to the benefit of Americans and to America, whether it's a local race, a state race, or a federal race, that you be a United States citizen.
Yeah.
You actually be a citizen and you take the oath that you pledge to defend and support the Constitution of the United States.
But do you see that there are some, we'll say, Democrats that would want this type policy because it helps them stay in office because they have illegals that vote for them?
It definitely changes the voting pool in favor of those who would let anybody in.
Let me follow up with this, just because I want people in New York for the characteristics that you all are seeing. We know the numbers tell us it's costing the state of New York $10 billion a year right now. It's costing approximately $6 billion a year. Eric Adams said, the mayor of New York City, just the cost of New York City, $10 billion to the state, and it's costing New Jersey $5 billion a year. So the state annually, the state of New York's costing them 10, New Jersey is costing them 5. Do the simple math, that's $15 billion. Under the Trump administration, by the way, which we had in 2017, a 45-year low of illegal immigration. 45-year low in 2017 of illegal immigration. No change of laws, just leadership. Now we have historic highs that we've never seen in this country. The $15 billion that the state of New York and New Jersey have spent, that built 400-mile of border wall or systems under the Trump administration, the same amount of dollars. So here we're playing defense on an annual basis, the cost of the taxpayer in New York and New Jersey. And there's some common sense, glaring abilities to secure our southern border that are a better spend of our taxpayer resources. The police department. Is it about a 4% cut to New York, 4 to 10, and you all are expecting anywhere from 4 to a 10% cut to your police department because of the cost that's going to be sent your way? Is that the expected cost of?
5% cuts across the board in the first round. The mayor is expected to implement a second round. He said that first responders will be new to the second round, but he has not committed to any further, third or fourth round, because he believes he's going to continue to have cuts, another 5%.
So I'm reading right here, and it says New York Mayor Adams is expecting these cuts may be up to 15%, may be as much as 15%.
3 rounds. We just got the first round. Second round.
So I'm going to end with this. How many people are you taking off emergency first responders, police, and whoever wants to answer this question, because my time is limited? Are we better prepared if a security threat comes to New York City because of these decisions or less prepared? Whoever wants to answer that question.
Well, we are less prepared because we don't know who's coming to this country, and they haven't been vetted, and there's a lot of people that have come into this country that have nefarious intent. And I believe that we need a program where we know who's coming into this country and we vet them before they come in, and that if someone wants asylum and they're entitled to it, they should get it, but they need to have a hearing and they need to be properly vetted. Otherwise, with open borders, it creates a terrible public safety crisis.
Thank you, Mr. Bowden. I yield.